a Las Vegas entertainment legend, entertainment journalism legend, John Katsilometes. Thank you so much. We are seeing a lot recently. I mean, we're here at John Douglas's event. We've been seeing a lot, especially in Vegas, of these rock legends having visual galleries and being just amazing visual artists. What do you think is the common denominator that you've got Gene Simmons, Rick Allen, John Douglas, also so talented as visual painters?
Ronnie Wood is another one who's a great artist of the Rolling Stones. I feel as I was at the Gene Simmons event, and I just talked to John about this, John Douglas, and I think when you're creative-minded, it's not that big a leap to become artistic, whether it's as a painter, as a sculptor, or whatever. John also designs drums. He's done all of Frank Beard's drums for ZZ Top. That's a creative outlet. He does other instruments. The mic stands are his that he does in a ZZ Top show. I just think when you're creatively driven, it can take all sorts of different avenues, and painting for John is one of them. He does great work.
What do you think of the artwork? I mean, we've got Led Zeppelin symbols. I mean, that's very creative.
I'm looking over here. I like the Chuck Taylors over here that I see. When you have Billy Gibbons, you have Freddie Mercury, and he's got great detail on those figures that are already fairly compelling. Steven Tyler, obviously. I think his attention to detail and the judicious use of color. You can see there's usually one color going through, like Eddie Van Halen has a yellow in it, and then everything else is black and white. Very distinctive. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool.
So let's talk about music in Las Vegas for a second. What is the biggest change in your, again, very prolific career as the entertainment reporter of record in this town? What is the biggest change you've seen to the Las Vegas entertainment live music landscape over the last couple of decades?
Well, I think the biggest thing I've seen is that it's become a place where artists and bands who are in their commercial prime can play. That didn't used to be the case in Las Vegas. It used to be you'd be of a certain era and kind of playing out the string. The last place you could really do live shows might have been in Las Vegas. Now we're seeing bands do multiple performances, extended engagements, short residencies, whatever, that are still really viable. Artists who are that way. You have Katy Perry over at Resorts World. I was talking to Brandon Flowers of the Killers. They might be doing something in 2023 here. They're in the middle of he says, we're in the middle of our career. We're not at the end. Those types of bands, those types of acts are finding that Las Vegas is the place. Everybody wants to play Vegas. It didn't used to be that everybody wanted to play Vegas. It was just for certain acts. I think that's the biggest change. And another change that I've really begun to accept is that the term residency has taken on a whole new meaning. It used to be like 44 weeks a year, 7 shows a night. Now it's like it could be like 6 shows over 2 weeks in a year as a residency.
So does it mean anything now, or is it a marketing term now?
I think it's just a redefined quality, and if you will. I don't think it cheapens at all the experience. I think we have so many extended engagements that they've just taken on a different definition. And we've created the term residency in Las Vegas, and now it's being used everywhere. We had somebody like Michael Bublé come in and do 6 shows, and he calls that a residency. And then he goes out and tours. And then he might come back and do 6 more shows. We let him have that.
I've heard very distinct rumors that you too may be opening the MSG stage.
Yes. What we know is that they have, I've reported they're going to be here next September to open the Sphere. All of that information came out before their drummer became. He's got some surgery. They've got some inner band issues with him. But if they can, one way or the other, they're going to be here. I think in the fall in the Sphere, and they'll be the first act to open it. I haven't heard anything to the contrary. Well, it's Larry Mullen Jr. is the drummer. Yeah.
I mean, they're one of my favorite bands, so I'm definitely going to be here if that happens. I mean, they're known for their visualization on their shows. I have no idea what they can do in that place, but I'm sure it's going to be out of this world.
Well, Bono has all but confirmed they're going to do something in Las Vegas. He said,
I can't slip out.
I can't talk about Las Vegas or you'd have to shoot me. But it's going to be Octung Baby's going to be part of that. It's the anniversary, I think last year, the 30th anniversary of Octung Baby. Yeah. So that's going to be a big part of it. He said that.
Right.
And so we'll see what happens. I can't wait to see them here at all.
I can't wait to see what happens in Vegas next year. I mean, to your point about residencies having a whole new definition, We were at Miranda Lambert the other night.
Yeah.
The sound's so dialed in. My personal opinion of the definition, see if you agree with this, is just seeing an artist in an environment and with a production you can't see anywhere else, and that's here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and that's big. If you can only see things in Las Vegas, a lot of what we're talking about you can only see in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what this city is really striving for all of its shows, whether it's superstar headliners or production shows. You can't see it on tour. You can only see it here, a lot of this stuff. And that U2, what I've heard about U2 is that way. The Deuces Are Wild that just closed was that way. It was distinct. When Queen and Adam Lambert were here, that we could only see that in Vegas. It goes on and on and on. Adele right now. So Garth will be here in 24. He hasn't said what dates they are, but he'll be here. And he's another one, that you could only see in Vegas when he did his acoustic show over at Encore Theater from, it was like 2009 to 2012, I believe. And that was a great show, a great experience. And
We didn't get to see that one, but we were here in February for the MGM one.
Yeah, it was a lot like that kind of vibe. It was just him and an acoustic, a little bit smaller. But this is going to be a full band show that he's going to be able to bring his instrumentalists up and join him. He'll do something distinctive. I'm confident of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, John, this has been a pleasure.
I'm glad you caught me, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Happy holidays.
Yes, you too.